property market in the UK at the present time, one could say that is booming in economic terms, because there is a great demand for properties overall, especially in London and southeast England. And at the same time, it seems to be a shortage of properties, and therefore it pushed the prices up at the present moment, and it's highly unlikely for the foreseeable future that the prices will come down. The prospects of the buyers in the UK property market is good at the moment, with the exception of the high prices. In other words, it's not as easy for first-time buyers, for example, to acquire their own property. The greatest difficulty is financing the purchase of the property in the form of a mortgage. And in one's opinion, the investors' share of the market at the present moment have the upper hand, because they mobilize huge amounts of money to acquire properties and invest with the view of selling them in the future to make profit. The availability of finance in the UK is diverse. For the first-time buyers, an amount of capital is required to put down as a deposit, and also to find a mortgage to finance the purchase of their property. So therefore, the young couples in particular who haven't got the initial deposit, it's very difficult for them to manage to purchase their property. Under the current economic situation in the property markets in Greece and Cyprus are completely different to the state of the property market of the UK market, for example, because there is an economic crisis in those two countries at the present moment, and the finance is even more tight than is in the UK, in one's opinion. But nevertheless, with good planning and good budgeting, due to the fact that the prices are much lower in those two countries, in a way it's much easier to acquire properties, both for sheltering oneself or even for investment. At Vikentios Co, accountants and business consultants, we can offer services for acquiring one's property, both for sheltering as well as for investment purposes, by advising our clients as to what type of property and under what circumstances should the property be acquired. And obviously, due to our financial facilities that we provide, we can find and source the financially the purchase of a particular property, and help in that way our clients to get the very best deal under the current difficult, I would say, circumstances in the UK property market. But obviously, should a client or a prospective client decide to invest money in either Greece or Cyprus, obviously we can offer the same facilities, because we provide contacts in both countries, and they can get exactly the same level of consultation and advice, and get themselves onto the ladder of actually investing in those two countries as well.